to the next game. Jaguars and Texans. As said before, Tyrod Taylor is the starting QB. In the wide receiver room, really all they have is Brandon Cooks. Don't have an elite tight end. You have Laramie Tunzel on the line. That's almost their offense. There's really not anything spectacular or anything that pops. Their defense got rid of mostly all of their veterans. There's not any really big upgrades or anyone that came in that I can see that can fix any of their problems. They have a stud linebacker and Zach Cunningham, but besides that, I don't really see anything. The Jaguars, I think that they will have an okay game against the Texans. It'll give Trevor Lawrence a very good test in the NFL. The Texans DBs aren't that great. Linebacking core isn't that tough. Pass rush isn't that good. The Jaguars O-line is middle of the pack or a little below. But he will work with that. And I think that he will do pretty well. Maybe some rookie mistakes here and there, not learning enough of the playbook, missing a throw a little bit, uncoordinated with some of the routes. While that happens, I think that the wide receiver core is great. I have three guys in Chenault, Chark, and Marvin Jones that I think is a very underrated wide receiver core. They don't really have a tight end, and that may be a problem for starting to want to do a bunch of the run game. But I think from what we've seen from James Robinson last year, that he can kind of deal with it. He's a very good guy, undrafted. Last year came in, signed with them, and then popped off. I think that he'll have a consistent year, maybe not as good as last year because of them always being out on the field. But I still think he will be good on the Jaguars defense. Miles Jack and their linebacking core, I think, is okay. It's not gonna shock you, be thrown out that they're probably middle of the pack or below her, but I think that they'll do pretty good. Their pass rush on the edges are set very nice with Josh Allen. The middle with DTs and stopping the run game, I think it will kind of be harder for them to get up. They'll probably give way 3, 4, 5 yards for mostly each run if they don't strategize against it. For their DBs, I think that they're going in the right direction. They got the Cisco guy from Syracuse at safety from the draft as a second pick, and then they have some young DBs in their core that I think are great, and one of the Griffin brothers starting in there at DB. I think that their core is pretty good. Maybe if they had someone else or the safety slot, then I think that they'd have an overall completely great team. They're probably not going to shock anyone, but I can see flashes of greatness throughout the year. I'm going to give the W to the Jaguars. Overall, I think the team is built better. We'll have to see about the coaching. We know nothing about how Urban Meyer is going to coach in the NFL and how it's going to work out. But just by roster talent alone, I think that the Jaguars have this.